Do you know why most people never reach their potential? It's not because they lack talent or resources or luck. It's because they wait to feel ready. They wait for motivation, for that perfect morning, that surge of energy, that divine signal to act. But Swami Vivekananda said, the difference between an ordinary person and a great one is discipline. Motivation flickers like a candle in the wind. Discipline burns like the sun. And when you live by discipline, life itself begins to change shape around you. Today, I will take you through Swami Vivekananda's secret of daily discipline, how he forged habits that built inner strength, focus, and divine confidence, and how you can start practicing them in 7 minutes a day. Stay till the end, because you'll walk away with a small habit so powerful it can change your entire destiny. Look around. Everywhere, people are chasing motivation. Videos, quotes, coffee shots, dopamine hits. But motivation is emotional fuel. It burns fast and leaves you stranded. One hard day and it vanishes. Vivekananda warned against this dependency more than a century ago. He said, "We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care what you think." When your mind is tossed around by moods, you lose control over destiny. The solution is not to seek more energy, but to train the mind to obey. That training is discipline. It means doing what is right whether or not you feel like it. It is the silent decision made each morning that you will not be ruled by your laziness, fear, or distraction. Vivekananda lived this truth. Even in his youth as Narendranath, when friends partied or slept late, he would rise before sunrise to meditate and read. Not because it was easy, because he had already chosen who would command whom. His soul would command his body. Imagine the mind as a wild horse. Motivation pats it for a moment. Discipline trains it for a lifetime. Vivekananda taught, the mind is a wonderful servant but a terrible master. He told his students, you must sit still, even if the body cries, even if the mind rebels. Each day you conquer it a little more. That daily conquest is what we call habit. He compared willpower to a muscle. Unused, it weakens. Practiced, it becomes invincible. He himself practiced silence for hours, fasting for clarity, reading till midnight, walking miles in heat to preach, never for show, always to strengthen will. Once, during his travels, he had gone hungry for 2 days. A friend offered food, but Vivekananda first gave thanks, saying, "If I cannot bear hunger, how shall I bear truth?" That was not stubbornness, it was mastery. Discipline to him was not punishment, it was freedom from slavery to impulses. He said, freedom is the goal of the soul. And freedom begins when you can command yourself. Science today says habits run 90% of our day. Vivekananda said the same, long before science proved it. The repeated actions of the mind become its nature. What we do once is an act. What we repeat is identity. That's why he insisted on daily practice. Not giant leaps, steady repetition. He would tell disciples, take one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. This is not poetic. It's neurological truth. Focus hard enough, long enough, and the brain rewires around it. Discipline turns the extraordinary into ordinary routine. And that's when miracles begin, because consistency feels normal. He saw the same law in spirituality and success. The yogi repeats his mantra, the student repeats his study, the builder repeats his craft. Through repetition comes refinement. Through refinement comes realization. Today's world glorifies excitement, quick rewards, overnight success. We scroll instead of act. We plan more than we do. We seek motivation from a new reel every morning. But Vivekananda would look at us and smile. He'd say, you are trying to light a fire on wet wood. Dry it first through discipline. Drying the wood means turning off noise, showing up at the same time every day for your work or prayer or gym or study, no matter what mood, weather, or news cycle says. Because the universe respects consistency. Energy gathers where attention returns. You don't plant a seed and dig it up daily to see if it grew. You water it with routine. The soil of life responds the same way. He called this tapasya, the fire of steady effort. Tapasya burns impurities and reveals power. Yet every one of us faces that inner rebellion. The moment you decide, I'll wake up early tomorrow, another voice whispers, 5 minutes more. You plan to meditate, your phone buzzes. You start working, your mind says, let's check messages first. Vivekananda called this Maya, illusion that pulls us outward. He said the senses drag the soul like horses pulling a chariot. And he offered a rule, rein them with will. How? not by fighting violently, but by gentle firmness. Bring the mind back, again and again, without anger. Each return is a repetition, each repetition a victory. He told his disciples, even if you fail 50 times, try again the 51st. That is discipline, persistence in the face of inner resistance. In 1897, Vivekananda wrote to one of his followers, "Stand up and be strong. No fear, no weakness. The will must be made like tempered steel." That letter was written after months of exhaustion, travel, criticism, and illness. Still, every dawn, he rose to meditate and write. Because his strength did not come from comfort, it came through discipline. He knew comfort kills greatness. He said, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. That control is not suppression, it is channeling. Like a dam that harnesses the wild river, discipline channels energy into purpose. When people asked, how can we live fearlessly? He answered, by habitually doing what you fear. The moment you act, fear dies. Action before emotion, that's the golden rule. Let's translate his wisdom into a daily routine you can start today. Call it the 7-minute Vivekananda discipline drill. Minute 1, stillness. Sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe, repeat slowly. My will is stronger than my mind. You are telling the subconscious who commands whom. Minutes 2 to 4, clarity. Take a notebook. Write one small task you resist but know you must do. Study, call, work out, meditate. Write it once and underline it. That's your battlefield for the day. Minutes 5 to 7, action. Do it immediately. No pep talk. No overthinking. Just act. Vivekananda said, do one thing at a time, and while doing it, put your whole soul into it. When you act before mood interferes, you train your brain to respect you. That is the birth of inner authority. Do this every day for a week, 7 minutes a day. Within days you'll feel a subtle shift. Less hesitation, less guilt, more peace. Because discipline creates peace, indecision destroys it. Here's what most people miss. Discipline is not about control, it's about love. When you truly love your purpose, you protect it through discipline. You keep distractions away the way a mother guards her child. Vivekananda's discipline was devotion in disguise. He said, duty is God, work is worship. That line transforms ordinary routines into sacred rituals. Brushing, writing, exercising, helping. Each act done consciously becomes prayer. He taught, whatever you do, do it with all your heart. That is religion. So when you practice discipline, you are not becoming rigid. You are becoming spiritual. Every consistent act says to the universe, I am ready for greater responsibility. And the universe responds. As discipline grows, 3 treasures appear. 1, energy. Because wasted motion stops, focus multiplies power. 2, self-respect. Each promise kept to yourself repairs trust within. 3, freedom. When habits serve you, you are no longer their slave. Vivekananda said, he who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers 1,000 on the battlefield. Self-conquest is the real victory, and it begins with a single, repeated act. Remember, the mind obeys the one who acts, not the one who plans, not the one who dreams, the one who does. So tomorrow morning, don't wait for motivation. Rise, sit, breathe, whisper, I choose discipline over comfort. That sentence alone can rewrite your life. Because every time you choose discipline, you send a message to destiny. I am ready. Swami Vivekananda once thundered, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. He wasn't speaking to monks alone, he was speaking to you, the modern warrior battling distraction, laziness, and self-doubt. Stand up, make discipline your armor, habit your sword, purpose your compass. You don't need another motivational speech. You need a schedule that you honor. Do that for 21 days, and the world will begin to move differently around you. Opportunities will feel magnetized because your inner vibration will have changed. Now, before you scroll away, take a breath. Think of one area in your life where inconsistency has hurt you. Decide that from today, that ends. Because when discipline becomes your prayer, life becomes your temple. Comment below. I choose discipline over comfort. Let's build a community of souls walking Vivekananda's path, strong, calm, and unstoppable. And remember his words as you leave. Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. Discipline is how you live that truth. Arise, awake, and stop not.